Oh, hello, Desire, your boy Gomi, and we're going to be back with another UFC Fight Night. UFC Fight Night, Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone. Now, this, I will be honest with you, is one of the fight cards of all time. It has some decent fights, and it has a pretty fun main event, but as of overall, well, you could tell the quality of a card based off the UFC site, whether or not they have pictures of most of their fighters. With how many hidden fighters we have on this card, not looking the best, unfortunately. I'm not even really going to be talking about most of these fights. Only people really of note: Cody Duran and Charles Johnson. Durden, forgive me. Martin Buday, not very... Hey, but he's Slovakian, so root for the homeboy. Going against Jake Collier. Jake Collier is not all that. Josh Quinlan versus Trey Walters. I feel that'll be Waters. That'll be a very fun fight. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Marcos Rogero de Lima. Marcos Rogero de Lima all the way. Julian Erosa versus another unhidden fighter. Rodolfo Vieira versus Cody Brundage. That's a mixed match of a fight, and even worse is Caio Borjalo versus Michael. Oh man, I'm a disappointment to the fatherland. Oleksiejczuk. I've tried, forgive me. My Polski is awful because I never learned it. But yes, this is one of the fight cards of all time, but the main event, the main fight, Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone, is actually going to be a pretty decent fight, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, first and foremost, while both of these guys, they're top 10 bantamweights, I definitely feel they're aptly ranked. They're bottom top 10. I don't know about seeing them beyond top 10 bantamweights, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know if they can beat the bantamweight division. Like, once you go past basically 5, once you go past 6, I'm not sure how well they'll fare, to be honest with you, because they're going to be competing against, keep in mind, it's a very stacked division. They're going to be competing against Rob Font, Marlon Vera, Dominic Cruz. Maybe they could take out Dominic Cruz. And I even rate some people below them, like Adrian Yanez and Umar Nurmagomedov over them. Yeah, I know Adrian Yanez got fraud checked, but he's still very good. And I think he could definitely take on Ricky Simone, to be honest with you. Song Yadong, even, to be honest with you. But yes, let's get into the tail of the tape. First off, we're going to have Song Yadong, 25 years of age. God, he is young. He used to be the youngest fighter on the roster, but he's still pretty dang young. 25 years of age, a record of 19 wins and 7 losses. For being so young, he's got quite a bit of fights on there, but has quite a bit of losses too. He's going to have 8 knockouts, 3 submissions, 5'8" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 67-inch reach disadvantage, a 0.63 takedown average, a 48.72% significant strike accuracy. He's going to be a plus 105 underdog. I agree with that. I'll get into it, but that's aptly picked out. He has significant wins over Marlon Moraes, but who has not knocked out Marlon Moraes at this point? Julio Arce and Casey Kenny. Not bad significant wins, to be honest with you. Not horrible. But I think Ricky Simone's a little bit better in terms of his wins. Ricky Simone's gonna be 30 years of age, a record of 20 wins and 3 losses. 6 knockouts, 4 submissions, 5'6" in terms of height, orthodox stance, 69-inch reach, advantage, 69. He's going to have a 6.55 takedown average. Yes. A lot of people think of him as a striker, but before he came to the UFC, and honestly, even his early UFC career, wrestler. Definitely wrestler. Lots of takedowns. Now, keep in mind, though, he doesn't land them very often. He goes for them a lot, doesn't land them very often. Just a little bit of a spoiler. 9 takedowns landed out of 109. Think of him as a Merab Dvalishvili at the start of his career. Now he more so relies on his striking as much, and he'll go for opportunistic takedowns, and he usually lands them now, to be honest with you, too. But, yes. He's going to have a 51.79% significant strike accuracy, a -125 favorite. And he has significant wins over Jack Shore, which is the best win of anyone on this list, next to another win he has. He has another wins over Rafael Santo and Brian Kelleher, but Merab Dvalishvili, yes. Now, granted, that was a long time ago. That was a very long time ago that they had that fight. That was back in 2018 that he fought against Merab Dvalishvili. I think Merab cleans his clock now easily. Not knocking him out. He's not going to knock him out. But I think Merab takes him out easily, both these guys now at this point in the careers. But yes, he does have a win over Merab Dvalishvili. And he does have a win over Jack Shore, which is pretty good because he was the one who actually defeated Jack Shore on his unbeaten streak. He took his O. That's important to note. That's why I don't want to count out Ricky Simón, but one of the main things why I'm leaning towards Song Yadong, believe it or not, is power differential. He does struggle with power because if you look at the people he's beaten, the thing is about everyone he's beaten, Jack Shore doesn't have a ton of power. He's very technical, but not a ton of power. Kelleher, Sun Tzu's not the best win, to be perfectly honest with you. But Borg, Font, even Font does not have a lot of power, and Font didn't beat him though. But the main thing that I saw was just Faber was a little bit stockier, a little bit heavier. He had a pretty hefty overhand right because he had the wrestler's overhand right. And he took him out. He took out Ricky Simón. He caught him with a good flush right. And now that wasn't a lucky shot. It was just a good shot he caught him with. Song Yadong is, I believe, honestly, one of the hardest hitter, if not the hardest hitter, Bantamweight currently. He hits hard. One of the most brutal knockouts I saw was against Julio Arce. He decimated him with that right hand. That right hand was an absolute laser and murdered the man. Followed up with a shot at the bottom, which he really didn't need to land, but yeah, he still landed it. But yes, I think Song Yadong's got a lot of power, and I could see him catching Ricky Simón. I could see Ricky Simón's really going to be shooting for takedowns a lot, but we see Song Yadong actually has very good takedown defense. Granted, the people trying to take him down was like a Corey Sandhagen, but we saw Corey Sandhagen's been improving on his wrestling, and he was able to do a lot of good wrestling exchanges, take down or hold down Chito Vera, which is very good. But we have seen Chito Vera struggle with wrestlers in the past, a la Jose Aldo. Even Jose Aldo is not even a wrestler. He just has some grappling capability, but you know what I mean. His takedown defense for Song Yadong is pretty decent at 71%. I can see him stopping a lot of Ricky Simón's takedowns. Not all of them, but stopping the majority of them. And when it comes standing, I can see him cracking Ricky Simón. You crack him enough, he's going to start cracking underneath pressure, which is something I feel Song Yadong could use to his advantage. And I can see him getting a finish in the later rounds. That's the thing, too, about this fight. This fight's a 5-round fight. It's surprising this is a 5-round fight. This is weird for a main event, but we never really seen either of these guys super tested in long fights, except for really Song Yadong, who went, he could have kept going, honestly. His cardio was fine. The only reason he lost in his fight against Corey Sandhagen was because Corey Sandhagen had a very sneaky elbow. Corey Sandhagen had a very well-placed elbow that was able to bleed Song Yadong, and honestly, from round 2, when he landed an elbow, Song Yadong was doomed. But we didn't see him gas out. He wasn't really gassing out. He was getting a little tired, but I still felt he could have went the distance with Corey Sandhagen, to be honest with you. But that elbow. So I don't want to take away from Song Yadong, to be perfectly honest with you. And I think he could beat Ricky Simón. But I don't want to count him out. I keep counting out Ricky Simón. I keep picking against him. Like, for example, I was heavily on Jack Shore, and that blew up in our faces. I say our faces, because pretty much that blew up in everybody's faces. But I feel Song Yadong could be the one to take out Ricky Simón. And the odds tell as well, too. From looking at the records, looking at the fights, you think, oh, man, Ricky Simón, he should be a heavy favorite. People aren't counting out Song Yadong just because, from what we've seen from Ricky Simón, he struggles with power. He struggles with power shots. I honestly don't even. I think the main reason why I don't want to bet on Ricky Simone is honestly stemming from that fight against Jesus Christ, my brain just died out on me. Uriah Faber, because Uriah Faber, man, he was in the Hall of Fame. They don't let they only put you in the Hall of Fame after you're retired, after like a year after you're retired. And they're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not coming back. Nope, Uriah Faber came back and he got that W. But regardless, Ricky Simone's got takedowns. He's got pretty good striking. I really like his hooks. He's got some decent hooks. But Song Yadong has that power right. And I feel he has power in his left as well, too, with the good takedown defense. So overall, I'm going to slightly lead towards Song Yadong. I do agree with the odds. I do see Ricky Simone being a favorite. But I, myself, am going to be leaning slightly towards Song Yadong. But don't say, this is for sure me saying Song Yadong's to take him out. Mark these words. No. This is just, I think it could happen. If Song Yadong were to lose, it wouldn't surprise me. If you're a win, I'd be like, you know what? I kind of saw it coming. Regardless, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And bye-bye.